How's it going, Laser Bruises up, Bobby Sixkilla, and welcome back to the Zodiac Trial. Okay, so I lost a whole bunch of footage with these last two episodes, so I'm merging these two episodes together and re-recording this bit. Apologies for that. I'm going to keep going with exactly what I picked, but I have to re-record it because it's all missing. I had a few crashes in the game and it caused a lot of the footage to get messed up, so for this time we're going horse and sheep. I decided that I'd already talked with Ox quite a bit when I woke up, and it would be best to branch out. Actually, I help Horse and Sheep with their search. I think checking out the training room seems like a good idea. It'd be great if you came with us, right, Horse? Couldn't hurt. Didn't sound like he's thrilled to have me. Don't worry about him. I'm happy to have you. Well, then I'm glad to be coming along. Fine, Mouse, you go with them. Now we can quit talking about searching and just start searching. Yeah, let's do that. The rest of us could just split up and look around. Oh, and everybody, remember to input your moves and reconvene here before the round ends. Got it. With that, we all spread out and began our search. The workout room Horse told us about wasn't far from the cafeteria, so it didn't take long to get to it. We just had to walk down a hallway, then take a turn, and we were there. So this is where we were going to look first. Is it a dumb idea? If it was a dumb idea, I wouldn't have decided to help you guys look here. I think it makes a lot of sense. If you're going to hide weird items for your demented death game, you most likely hide them in memorable places, right? And this place looks pretty memorable. My thoughts exactly. But man, for a school workout room, this place is pretty high end. There's a bunch of weights, bikes, treadmills, and is that a rock wall over there? And this isn't even the gym, it's just a room to work out in. Incredible. My school never had any of this. I think most don't. It seems like the location for the Jade Emperor's race is pretty fancy. It's a good investment though. A good training environment is a big part of getting in shape. I wish I could work out a place like this. I'd like to get stronger. You would? Who wouldn't? Fair point, I guess. So why don't you? Oh well, I guess I'm just too busy. I feel like I always have something to do. I just can't set aside the time to regularly do something without much immediate benefit, you know? Yeah, that makes sense. A big part of why I'm in rubbish shape is because I've been too busy with life, but I guess I don't really have a strong desire to get fit anyway. I don't see the need. What? How is there not a need to be strong? I don't know, how often is it a situation where you have to be strong? What would you do if someone stuck a knife out at you and tried to mug you? I'd probably give them my money and hope I wasn't mugged again. See? Okay, but being mugged is a pretty unlikely thing to happen. But there's a chance. There's always a chance. With that logic, there's an advantage to not being strong. When is it better to be weak than it is to be strong? Let's see. I bet since you're strong, all your friends call you when they need help moving furniture and stuff. It's gotta be super inconvenient, right? What is the drawback in being able to help my friends when they need to be able to move things? Okay, maybe a bad example, but the time you spend getting in shape could be spent on other good things. What if you researched the cure to cancer for all the time you've spent working out? You could have found the cure to cancer. I could not find the cure to cancer. You never know that until you try. I'm reasonably certain I could not find the cure to cancer. Not to interrupt, but I feel like we might have been getting off track. You're right, Sheep. We need to start looking for minor trinkets. Yes. We began to look around the workroom for any sign of something being hidden. Sheep and Horse didn't make for the most talkative partners, but that was fine with me. The top priority was finding a trinket. We spent plenty of time inspecting every corner of the room. After some time, I noticed Sheep trying to climb the rock wall. I didn't think much of it, but a few moments later she called over to us. Look what I found on top of the rock wall. She pointed out a safe. Great work. Does it have anything to do with the race? I mean, probably. Why else would there be a cheap safe at the top of a rock wall? What does it say on the top of the safe? Workout? What do you think that could mean? It's just giving good advice. More importantly, we need to get the safe open. There's a 4-digit lock combination to this. Horse picked up the safe and started examining it. This is pretty shoddily made. If I use one of the weights, I could pry it open after repeatedly striking it at the right angle. Whoa, hey, maybe we should use that more of as a last resort? It doesn't look like there's a time limit to the number of guesses we can put in. There are 10,000 possible combinations to that safe, assuming every entry takes 5 seconds. How about we just look for the safe's code? Where? I bet the message on the safe is actually a hint on how to open it. Maybe we can find the numbers if we use the equipment in here. It's worth a shot, I think. I was able to dissuade Sheep and Horse from more extreme plans. Instead, we started frantically using all the workout equipment. Sheep started turning on treadmills. One of them had a number 5 taped on the tread. Horse went around weightlifting machines and set stoppers at various weight levels. At each level, he'd look underneath the block he was lifting. Eventually, this method resolved in finding another number 3. With some difficulty, I moved the manual weights from their resting place, and under one was the number 5. Finally, stretching out one of the ropes, turned a black smudge into a number 5. There, that's got to be all of them. 3 5s and a 3. It's 4 digits. Only problem now is what order to put them in. Maybe there's something about ascending level of difficulty? Or is there an order you should generally work out in? Horse, do you... I heard the sound of the safe opening. I thought with 2 numbers it would be more reasonable to just try all the combinations. It was 5535. Oh, okay then. I guess that makes sense. I was a little annoyed we didn't solve the puzzle properly, but Sheep was right to just brute force it. We didn't need to play along with Brian's games. Well, let's see what's in this bad boy. I reached my hand in and found a blanket of white cloth. Looking at it closer, there was a string of numbers on it. Wrapped in cloth came an explanation of what it was. Sheep's clothing. Sheep major trinket. Activate this item and become a copy of a separate contestant. This will replace your information with theirs. One-time use. So basically, whoever uses this can replace their ability with someone else's. Seems like that could be useful in the race. But it's not a minor trinket. No, it's not. Does that mean this was a failure of an exploration? Not at all. We still found an item and we crossed off a room to search. That in itself is a victory. We don't need to rush. Anyway, I don't think this item's going to have any application. Sheep, since it's your major trinket, I guess you could hold on to it. Okay. So you nervously took hold of it. The mood in the room was a bit sour. After all that work, we found something that didn't actually seem to be that useful. Still, we couldn't give up hope. So what's next? Well, that actually took a lot of time we had this round. Maybe we should input our moves and meet back up at the cafeteria. It's a good idea. Fine. Sheep and I will go to different rooms. You stay here and press the run button. We'll meet again in the cafeteria. Horse didn't suggest this so much as he ordered it. And so he just began walking out of the room. After a moment, Sheep began following him. Once they were gone, I pulled out my tablet and turned it on. There was no need to think much about my choice. I just pressed the run button. Afterwards, I returned to the cafeteria. Horse and Sheep arrived shortly after me. We were the first ones back. Horse took a seat by himself at the side of the room. Sheep, on the other hand, approached me. Mouse? Yeah, Sheep? We weren't able to find anything useful, were we? Objectively speaking, I guess not. If things keep going like that, people might get desperate. Maybe. So then, do you think you can trust everyone? I mean, I want to, but she raised a good point. How to approach other people. Be wary. Obviously, we need to try and work together. But Sheep, there may be some people who try to take advantage of you, to try to save themselves. So just, you know, keep that in mind. Be careful. Of course. Thanks for the advice, Mouse. Don't mention it. Right as I said that, the others began walking into the cafeteria. Many of them were in low spirits. I couldn't find anything. Me neither. Are we doomed? Is this it? I thought I'd at least be able to find one. Have no fear, citizens, for Team Rooster has secured a minor trinket. Really? Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Huh. Looks like I wasn't the only one to find one of those things. Dog, did you find a minor trinket too? Yep. Wasn't that hard. Just had to solve a simple problem. Nice work, everyone. Well, we're well on pace in getting out of here. We found an item, but it wasn't a minor trinket. It's going to be pretty useless to get us out. Do not be discouraged. You found something that Brian hid. That's progress, direct or not. Ox cleared his throat. Yes, we're certainly performing adequately. However, we can talk more after the results. Not that I have any reason to doubt you all, but I would feel safer seeing everyone has stuck to the plan. Of course, everyone just ran. Right? Alright. We know how this goes. Everybody runs one space. Otherwise, you know, someone's betraying us. And that would be very obvious. Because we see the results, you know. Again, I breathed a sigh of relief. Everything was going fine. Things would be fine. We'd all play nice, stick to the script, and get out alive together. I'm just going to start talking now before we get swept up in casual conversation. Things are good now, but that's all the more reason we should immediately continue our search. As we've recently learned, Brian isn't interested in us playing hide and seek as much as he is having us play his little games. Keep that in mind as you search. Obviously try to be thorough, but keep in mind that if a room doesn't show any... Yeah, we've been over this. Group started splitting up, and then Brian... Oh yeah, we gotta pick a team. We're gonna pick Tiger and Dragon. I decided Tiger and Dragon seem like the safest people to explore with. Alright, great to have you. We'll see if you can really pull your weight. The two certainly made for an intimidating pair. However, I was confident in my choice. Let's not waste any time then. These minor trinkets aren't gonna find themselves. Hey everyone, same deal as last time. Before the end of the round, remember to input a move and meet back up here. Yeah, you don't need to tell us twice. Now come on, girls, let's go. Dragon confidently headed towards the right-hand stairs. Tiger didn't seem to have any objections in blindly following her, and I wasn't going to raise any either. I was curious where we were heading, however, since she carried herself with an amount of certainty that I wasn't expecting. Hey, Dragon? What? You seem to have an idea in mind of where we're going to search first. Any reason for that? On my way to the cafeteria, I saw that there was a gymnasium over there. After hearing about how these items are hid with a sense of deliberacy, I figured that a gym's the sort of place where you'd think to hide something. At any rate, it seemed a bit more likely than some random classroom. Don't you think? Makes sense to me. Spot on thinking, Dragon. God, do you always have to be so damn cheerful? It really starts to get grating after a while. Oh, I don't know about that. Who wouldn't want compliments? I know I certainly would want them. That's supposed to be a dig at my attitude, huh? You got something you want to say to me? No, not at all. I was just... Oh my god, I do not care about this whatsoever. This is like the most meaningless argument I've heard today so far. Let's just get a move on. And with that, we continued onwards to the gymnasium in silence. When we arrived, I immediately realised how big a space we'd be searching. Huh, not a bad place. No kidding, this place seems really well maintained. I imagine you two have good memories from PE. The moment I said that, the two of them noticeably winced. Well, not really, no. Yeah, me neither. Really? Why? Well, I actually never had PE. You didn't? What school did you go to? Homeschooled, actually. No kidding, how'd that happen? Well, it's kind of a long story without much of a payoff. Still, that's incredible. I thought you said you were into the Olympics. What does that have to do with anything? There are plenty of homeschooled Olympians. Anyway, it's kind of weird, but it's just the way it is. Consequently, I've never had PE before. Huh. What about sports, like basketball? You play much of that? I imagine you'd be good at that. Yeah, well, I used to. Not anymore? Nah, no, too busy unfortunately. I realised that it was way more important to be chasing my dreams than to spend time playing silly games. Press Tiger for more details? Is that all? It looked like there was more you wanted to say about it. No, that's it. If there was more, I would have said it. Okay then. Anyway, what about you, Dragon? Didn't look like you were too keen on PE either. Those memories weren't the best, I'll admit. They came at a particularly low point in my life. A low point in your life? I don't believe it. Believe it? There was a real stretch of time when I was pretty weak shit. My school had a pretty cohesive unit in charge, and somehow I wound up as their target. The bullying was relentless, and PE was offered a chance to take it out on me physically without repercussion. That's horrible. It's not like I'm special for that. Those fuckers pretty much picked on people across the board. But man, there was one night when I was actually out on the town with them. It had taken a while, but I'd actually befriended the clique's leader's girlfriend. I had the shittiest timing in terms of when to hang out with them. It just happened to be that night when it happened. When what happened? Apparently those assholes had ticked off the wrong guy at our school. His cousin was the leader of this gang. A ferocious fighter nicknamed the Night Devil. Wore a mask and everything. Mask? I know, crazy, right? Anyway, even though I was the only one to land a hit, I was somehow blamed for letting us get our asses kicked. Next week in PE, we were practicing dodgeball. You can fill in the gaps. Ugh. Dragon, I'm so sorry. Don't be. Those were all necessary experiences. Taught me some hard lessons. A little after that, I was queen of that fucking hellhole. Yeah, that's the spirit. Something told me that accomplishment might be something to praise, but I kept that thought to myself. Can't say I had any experiences like yours, but I was no fan of PE either. I'm like super weak. I suck at most things physical. No way, it's just because you haven't trained at all. Yeah, pretty much. I've never really worked out. I'm not saying I can't get fit or anything. That's the spirit. Okay, let's cut it out. I don't know if anyone else noticed, but we just pissed away some time we could be using to search this place. Right, let's get to work. We began to spread out and search for anything that looked like it could be a hint. It wasn't long before Tiger called out to us. Hey guys, over here! I found a lock on the supply closet. Yeah, that's what the supply closet has. No, I mean a lock that clearly doesn't belong on it. I mean, it kinda looks weird. Tiger's right, there's a weird message written on it. There is? How do you not know that? You found it. Kinda stopped looking when I saw the lock. Christ! Anyway, it says, "What's up, you filthy animals?" Rude. It's definitely from that prick Brian, alright. Which means there's definitely something of value behind that door. A mere door stand between us and an item, eh? I bet I could smash it down. What, no? No! Why not? You could injure yourself. Besides, do you really think you could break down a door just like that, with no tools to help? A door like this? Totally. Stand back, I'll bust it with one charge. Or, and hear me out, maybe we could look for the key first. It doesn't sound as exciting of a solution. We'll go with Mouse's way for now. We don't find a key soon, we'll go with yours. Sound good, Tiger? Alright, fine. Good. The key is almost certainly here in the gymnasium as well. If we split up, we'll find it for sure. And split up we did. All three of us walked around the gym looking for any sign of a key. Unfortunately, we struggled to find anything. This is pointless. Where on earth could Brian have hidden it? Was it not in the gym? I thought it must be because that's what would make the most sense, but maybe not. I needed to focus. Everything I had seen from Brian so far suggested he loved to be clever. The lock must have some clue. What did it say? What's up, filthy animals? What's up? I looked around at the ceiling, trying to spot anything out of the ordinary. There. What? There on that grating, the key's taped up. Oh yeah, you're right. Nice catch, Mouse. Ah, it was nothing. The real question is, how the hell are we supposed to get it? It's so damn high. I could try throwing something at it. What good would that do? It's taped there. Is there a ladder around? Do you see a ladder? Oh, what if we climbed on each other's shoulders? What? Do you really think that would work? It would absolutely would work. It'd be a pain in the ass, but maybe. I call being second highest though, I'm not being the support. Obviously. But even if we climb on each other's shoulders, will we be able to reach it? It's really high up. I found a stack of field hockey sticks. Mouse, if you climb on my back, who will be on Tiger's back and try to hit at it with a field hockey stick? Maybe you can knock it down. Sounds like a really dumb plan. You got a better one? Watch it, would you? Keep your foot out of my face or so help me God, I'll end you. Look, it's difficult to climb up you two while keeping a hold of a field hockey stick. Tiger, you okay down there? Me? Oh, not a problem. Just focus on getting the key down. I'm trying to hit at it, but it's a little hard with all the swaying. Not me. Damn it, how much do you weigh, Mouse? Do you reckon get it together? Wait, I think I got it. The key fell to the floor. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Awesome. Now how do we get down? Well, that sucked. Yeah, at least we got the key out of it though. Maybe we should have let Tiger just knock the door down. I told you! Now he's reflecting on the past. Time to open this bad boy up and see what's inside. I used the key to open the lock. As it fell to the floor, the lock actually broke apart. Weird, was that part of its design? No matter, I was no longer holding the door closed. Now we can see what Brian was hiding from us. I opened the door. What the? This is... a weapons cache? Tiger was right. The room was filled with weapons. A pistol, another pistol, a sniper rifle, an assault rifle, a sledgehammer, a taser, a vial of poison, a grenade. What the hell? Why is all this stuff here? What does Brian expect us to use this? Why on earth would we need it? I get it. What? You can't use your tablet if you're dead, right? And you can't come in last if you're the only one racing. That's... It appeared Dragon had already thought of this possibility. If you're scared of losing, of coming in last, there was one real-world option you could take to correct that. A brutal option. A horrible option. An unthinkable option. An option Brian apparently thought could happen. Where would a kid like Brian even get all this stuff? It's a lot easier to get hold of weapons in this country than you'd expect. Okay, the guns and the taser and whatnot maybe, but a grenade? Poison? He's been planning this for a while, it's not impossible. We should do something about this, right? We definitely can't keep it from the others. We'll reconvene in the cafeteria and talk about what to do with it as a group. Yeah, shit, actually, what's our time look like? Yeah, we should probably go into separate rooms and then back into the cafeteria. We don't have much time. Alright, let's do that. Just like that, we left the makeshift arsenal unsupervised and entered separate classrooms. I don't like that word there, unsupervised. Without much thought, I pressed the run button. No reason to do anything else, right? After that, I swiftly headed back to the cafeteria. Pretty much everyone else had already gathered when I arrived. Mouse, there you are. You won't believe the good news. 2 more minor trinkets being found. In no small part to yours truly. You're welcome. 2 more trinkets. That's great. We should have a total of 4 now, right? We're a third of the way there and only 2 turns of searching. Yes, it's all well and good. Now will you be quiet? They're about to show the race results. Why does it matter? Isn't it obvious what they'll show? Better to keep a close eye on them regardless. Before that discussion could continue, the speakers cut on. Round 3 has ended. Now let us see how the race has progressed. You know, the usual. Everybody moves one space. Oh, and it's time for him to tell us the new rule, right? We don't need to sit through that shit either, because we already know the new rule. An additional rule. New personalities. Okay, this time it's determined. Determined personality wants to finish the race in first place just like everyone else. Okay, so that's exactly the same as the victorious personality. It's just called something different. Okay, cool. And what about the other one? Selfless. And selfless is the same as the defeated personality. So, nothing's changed except for the names. So, we don't need to read the freaking rules because we already know from last time. So we just go to when the new talking happens. Which should be... Everyone calm down. We don't need to descend into chaos. Seems like if there was a time to descend into chaos, now might be the one. After all, we've got 2 people who'll stop at nothing to survive, even if it means letting the rest of us die. That's outrageous! Indeed, trading 10 lives for one's own is quite selfish. Who cares about the numbers? Depraving the world of the culturally significant art I provide is a war crime. It is not unthinkable many would prioritise their own survival. It is merely a plank of Carneades where the scales are a bit unweighted. Like I said, you'll need to calm down. There isn't a need to fall into chaos because there aren't going to be 2 traitors. The people with the determined and selfless personalities are going to confess. Starting with me. Tig, you're not saying, I have the selfless personality. Seriously? No way. This is certainly a surprise. You're admitting it? Of course I'm admitting it. I really don't want to die. My enemy is screaming at me right now not to do this. Dying here will leave over 100 promises unbroken. But the most uncool thing would be to sacrifice all of you to save my own skin. If it means keeping everyone together, then I'll proudly stay true to my selfless personality and announce it. This just means you're all going to have to finish my promises for me. Of course we'll do that for you. Tiger, my friend, you'll be hailed as a national hero for this. Your name will live on in perpetuity after you're dead. In perpetuity, huh? I like the sound of that. Now come on, whoever has a determined personality, join me. We should face the music with our heads held high. Tiger's voice was inspiring, however, her words fell flat. The rest of the room stayed silent. Determined personality? Save it. While I admire your bravery and willingness to sacrifice, most aren't willing to give up on everything in their life just to help some strangers. Unfortunately, this is kind of the expected result. If it was a matter of actively betraying the group, most would shudder from action. However, when action leads to one's death, betrayal by inaction is much more palatable. So what are we going to do? We don't need to change our strategy at all. We just need to gather 11 minor trinkets instead of 12. Then we can all cross the finish line at the same time. But won't that person with the determined personality try and reach the finish line before that? What if it is, say, Pig? It's not me. It was an example. You could use your ability to rush ahead 11 spaces. That puts you way in front. It'll be much akin to getting check in chess by crashing your queen through a line of pawns. A move that temporarily gets you in the lead but will immediately end your chances of success. If Pig makes her intent to betray the group clear from the start, the whole group will team up to make sure she doesn't beat us. Therefore, it would be in her best interest to hide for the time being and look for some other opportunity to win in one strike. Stop talking about me like I'm going to betray the group. The bottom line is that if we stick to the plan and nothing major goes awry, then the traitor won't have an opportunity to cross the finish line alone. Therefore, we should focus on searching for the minor trinkets. Hey, before we get to that, there's something we should bring up. Oh yeah, we found a weapons closet in the gym. What? Yeah, the place looked like a damn weapons shop. It's pretty wild. Weapons here? Why would Brian give us that? It is a curious decision. That could be a problem. The last thing we need at this time is to give people a way to kill easily. The mere presence of those things is going to elevate the tension in here tremendously. We should do something about them. Yeah, but what? You said the closet was locked. Could we relock it? No, the lock actually fell apart. I guess Brian did that intentionally, huh? Curses, fooled again with that wily Brian. What a cad. Like, we should just get someone trustworthy to guard them. That way no one could use them. But that means one less person will be looking for minor trinkets. A necessary sacrifice? Tiger's right, our guard system would be simplest and safest. Furthermore, I propose Dog should be the guard. Me? What a curious choice. Almost traitor-like, picking someone as useless as me to be the trustworthy one. Anecdotally, I believe your personality is least likely to be determined. I think the personalities given somewhat reflect an aspect of our real personality. Tiger has certainly proved herself worthy of the mantle by announcing her personality, right? And mine is no exception to that fact. If we take into consideration, I can think of no candidate less determined than Dog. Solid argument. I pass. What? I don't want to guard. Seems like a lot of work. And I'm primed for being killed. Now, dog, doesn't that seem a little selfish of you, maybe? Yeah? Okay, then. How about we have Tiger do it? What? She's already proven not to be the determined personality, right? So she should be safe. Yeah, but she would also die if she went along with us. How do you know she won't turn around and attack us? She's already confessed. She could change her mind. Anyone could change their mind and think things were too dangerous not to turn on the group. Tiger has proven herself to be loyal to the group, and I want to be able to get the jump on her. She should be the guard. Agreed? Dragon looked angry, but no one looked like they wanted to argue with Ox. Oh, that's nice of you, Ox. So, should I just go to the gym and sit in the closet until the race is done? Is that really alright? The gym's kind of separated from the rest of the building. If something bad happened, it'd be hard to get other people. Let's just move the weapons here to the cafeteria. Good idea, Horse. Then we'll go with that. And just like that, we were decided. Tiger, Dragon and I led the group to the gym. We made sure to take careful stock of everything in the closet before anyone was allowed to touch anything. Then the group carried the items back to the cafeteria. We piled all the weapons in the center of the room. An inventory was taken to make sure everything was there and no one had pocketed anything. Great. I won't take my eyes off the pile. No one's laying a finger on these weapons on my watch. See to it that no one does. If that's everything, let's split up and begin looking for the minor trinkets. Let's. I think I'll search some of the nearby classrooms. Ah, I'll join you. Oh, so will I. Both of you want to come with me? Due to recent events, I don't like the idea of searching on my own as much. Is that why you're going with her? How strange. I simply go this way because I choose to. You will do what you want. I'm going to search by myself. Alright, we're going to wrap this one up here. Lots has happened. Lots have happened. Well, Tiger is such an amazing character. Like Sakura from Danganronpa. Very selfless. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for taking it out for me, and I'll see you in the next one.